What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte, in regards to Tyson Fury, and this is what he had to say to the Gypsy King. He said, "Come on, Tyson Fury, you stole my WBC mandatory fight. Are you a king or are you a coward like Deontay Wilder? Let's fight. I'm ready. Let's go. The body snatcher." Okay, and counterpunched back by the Gypsy King, but of course. He said it's funny how everyone wants to fight during COVID-19 when there is no sports events happening. Also, I have a contracted fight with Deontay Wilder first. Then, when I win, I'll have to fight with AJ as undisputed comes before mandatory. Happy hunting, Tyson Fury. And before I start counterpunching, I saw a video about Tyson Fury, and he talked, about mental illness and, ways to help the illness if you are just becoming a person that is affected by the illness. And he went on to basically explain what he just said to Dillian Whyte. Now, Dillian Whyte is in a situation where he has to wait. And the sad thing about Dillian Whyte is he has to wait without even really knowing the outcome of waiting. I think if I'm Dillian Whyte, I would just try to fight every top fighter. Every top fighter. Like, he fought Oscar Rivas. He needs to get a fight with Andy Ruiz. Hopefully he can get that fight. Because I think Andy, with the training of Eddie Reynoso, I think with those guys, he will have enough confidence to go in there and fight a guy like Dillian Whyte and be ready to fight, and he'll have the backing, he'll have the training, he'll have the confidence, and I think that'll be enough for him to grab some more money, okay? And Dillian Whyte, I think, needs to fight someone like Andy Ruiz, because with these top three guys, they're all tied together. AJ's tied to mandatories, and if Tyson Fury was available, he would fight Tyson Fury for undisputed. Tyson Fury, the same thing with the contractual agreement. So really, it might as well be a damn mandatory. In fact, Tyson Fury didn't steal anything. Okay, Tyson Fury just signed a contract that mandated him to fight a guy twice, and that's exactly what he's doing after the fact. He's already fought him back in December, right? So in fact, it's worse than a mandatory. It's a contractual agreement, okay? It was a fake mandatory because the WBC screwed over Dillian Whyte, okay? But Dillian Whyte shouldn't blame Tyson Fury, because if all Dillian Whyte has to do, if he was ever in a situation of being a champion, a world champion, not just an interim champion, he would know there's politics to this game, okay? He knows if he wanted to choose a fight between himself and Anthony Joshua, he's going to choose Anthony Joshua. Why? Because Anthony Joshua is a unified champion. Case closed. Right? If Dillian Whyte was in the position that Tyson Fury is in, he would have fought for the undisputed also. So let's just stop that. Dillian Whyte is in a shitty position. Okay? He's the number one. And here's Dillian Whyte's thing. He says, "I'm ready. Let's go." Look, I hope he's right. Because when the time comes for him to be ready, I don't want to hear anything like, "Oh, I don't have enough time," like he did last year with Joshua. See, he could have fought for undisputed in Wembley. He could have done that. Right? He could have took the fucking money. The fight was offered to him. He just thought he was worth more than that. And reality hit Dillian Whyte. Okay? And what do I mean by reality? I mean the politics of the game. The dirtiness, the sport that I love, that I hate so much, happened to Dillian Whyte. The politics happened. Dillian Whyte was like, you know what? No, we're going to have the Tyson Fury fight before the Dillian Whyte fight. So boom, something has to happen to Dillian Whyte to allow him to be pushed back or to be skipped or to be replaced or to be something else like he was. Okay? But that wasn't Tyson Fury's fault. That was all in the hands of the WBC. Tyson Fury was the guy that was awarded the WBC mandatory just so Dillian Whyte wouldn't get it. That's the only reason, people. The only reason Tyson Fury was supposedly the mandatory. But it had nothing to do with the mandatory. It had everything to do with the contract that he signed to fight Dillian Whyte. You know how I can prove that? Boom. He's not mandated. Why did Mauricio Sulaiman say, hey, we have no problem with Tyson Fury? He doesn't have to fight Dillian Whyte. There you go. So it wasn't the WBC, right? It wasn't the WBC at all. If he's a mandated champion or opponent, it doesn't matter, okay? What matters is the contract that he signed to fight this guy another time. One more again, he's going to fight Deontay Wilder. So he has to fight him. So I don't know what Dillian Whyte's talking about. You know what I mean? Dillian Whyte, he could give Oscar Rivas a rematch, but again, he could fight Ruiz, right? And those guys can duke it out. So Ruiz could either fight or win or whatever. Then we can see who's better out of those two guys. He could always fight Ortiz. That's if, a fight with Ortiz can be made. But Ortiz, I think Ortiz has problems, man. You know what I mean? That's another video because I don't want to go in on Ortiz and his management. But, Dillian Whyte accusing Tyson Fury for stealing it. No, you should accuse the person that gave it to him. And that's Mauricio Sulaiman, the president of the WBC. Okay. Now, there's 2 fights before Dillian Whyte. That's if he wins. Okay, if he beats Deontay Wilder, he's still not going to be worried about Dillian Whyte. And you think Mauricio Sulaiman, mark my words, you think he's going to stop a fight like that with AJ, with all the money that can be involved? Because either one, if Tyson Fury beats Anthony Joshua and gets undisputed, he still has to pay the sanctioning fees. If Anthony Joshua beats him, same difference. He'll probably get more money because Anthony Joshua's worth more money. Okay, so they know that. Dillian Whyte is just going to have to wait once again. So Dillian Whyte should not rely on that number 1 because it happened last year, and what happened, it didn't happen. That's that. So I know Dillian Whyte's frustrated. I get it. I would be frustrated too. But at the end of the day, what are you going to do about it? You keep fighting the guys, you keep building your resume, and you stay in shape. Okay? Not come over here and eat all the fucked up food we have in America, the good old US of A, Philly cheesesteaks and Chicago-style pizzas you fold with your hand and you shove down your throat, down your chest. None of that shit. And you come back to the UK looking like a black Michelin man, it won't work. Because Dillian Whyte has to be the guy. He has to stay hungry, and I don't think he stays hungry. I think he's good at getting prepared at times, but at the end of the day, I think he has a terrible fucking diet. Okay? And then, because of how he came in with Wok, if anything, I'm looking at Dillian Whyte being one of those guys that he doesn't get, like, how people get stressed out. Like, I get stressed out, I start losing weight because I don't eat. Dillian Whyte gets stressed out, he starts eating. And I think that's what happened. When they fucked him over, the BBB, a C, and the UCAD and all that, and the WBC got involved, and, there's our excuse. Give it to Tyson Fury, right? When that happened to Dillian Whyte, I think he just started eating. He went home, got depressed, got to eating, maybe drank a little bit, maybe drank a lot. But I know he ate, though. Alcohol ain't going to do that to you unless you're drinking a lot of beer, a lot of mead, a lot of barley, a lot of Guinness, right? So he was eating. I think he gets depressed and eats. But then he did the same thing the year before, if you can remember. He knocked out Chisora, 11th round. Boom. Knocked this guy out cold. Now, good fight, though. Good fight. But what did he do? Come over here to America and did everything I just explained. Ate all this bullshit over here and then came in, I ain't ready. See, if you wouldn't have ate all that shit and got yourself out of shape, you would have been ready to take on Anthony Joshua, and he could have changed the heavyweight platform forever. All it takes is one fight, because each fight depends on another fight in order for that fight to happen. If you come in and you disrupt all that, you make the difference. If you pull an Andy Ruiz, you make the difference. But that's what it is. That's my counterpunch on it, guys. You guys tell me what you think about Dillian Whyte's response, Tyson Fury's counterpunch. Leave your comments below. Please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.